Crack-a-lackin', y'all, man. It's your hostess with the mostest, your girl HP. And I'm sitting here with the lamest and the plainest. Lil E. What's up? How you feeling?
It's Big E, first of all.
I said what I said.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right, yeah,
Let's not do it. Let's not do it yet.
We'll wait.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying something new. We worked on our stuff. We came up with, stuff to talk about and structure and stuff. I appreciate that on your part of helping me with the structure, but we're going to keep it moving because I don't want to get on your head. But go ahead.
Hey, we just starting off something new, popping our stuff. We getting it right for y'all. You feel me? We up.
Yeah.
All right. We starting out with the Freshest out. And that's a little shout out segment that we do for all our young business people out here who trying to pop their shit off. You feel me? So my shout out for the day is to my girl, Muda XO. She is an artist. She's a celloist. She's a singer. She does performances. She does gigs. She does shows. She does it all. She's created music. She's created events. She's top dog for real. And if y'all ever go check her out, check her page out. It's Muda XO. And definitely go shout out the Lollipop cover. That's the best one. That's my favorite one. So definitely go pop your shit with her. Yeah, she gets you right.
What's the Lollipop cover? That's a song?
Yeah, Lil Wayne's cover.
Oh,
she's playing the cello on the cover of Lil Lollipop.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. And my shout out is Paradigm by Johnny. Shout out to my boy Bryson. This is his brand. It's more than like a brand, it's a lifestyle. It has to do with your health, your mental health, just getting your life right in that aspect. But for $25 per month, members can gain exclusive access to premier businesses across the Indianapolis, from top tier gyms to fitness facilities, smoothie, juice bars, upscale restaurants, productive enhancing coffee shops, and other platforms provided. So check it out.
That's right.
I had a link. She told me I gotta, like, when I edit, I gotta put the Instagram and stuff. So I'll have it on there. You'll see it. It'll be right here. So I know where to edit.
Just click on a link.
I'm going to put it right here.
Go check it out.
And it'll be in the description at the end, when you watch this on YouTube.
Period. Okay.
You won't believe this. If you have been following me since Chatting with the Fellas, that was the radio show, I've always had You Won't Believe This. You won't believe this is something crazy I seen, something in life that's happened that I think I want to share that's funny. So I have a daughter, 18, tonight. So my ex-wife is going to her 20-year high school anniversary. That shows her age, but I can't talk because mine is this year too. But so they're going on a cruise. Shout out to their class and whoever did they shit, because they going on a cruise for the 20th. I don't know what we doing. I hope we ain't at the bowling alley. But anywho.
Okay.
So she like, yeah, we going on a cruise, blah, blah, blah. Y'all gonna come along. And she like, oh, I want to bring my friend. Friend can't go. Friend ain't in the budget. She not responsible for friend. So she like, nah, if you want to bring your friend, nah. And I guess she didn't realize that nah meant nah, because CJ and their mama is in Miami right now, ready to get on the cruise tomorrow, and she here in Indianapolis watching the dog Blue. So though you won't believe this part is, why would you try to bring your friend? Knowing if y'all ain't got the money to provide for the friend, why would you even suggest that? And why wouldn't you go with your friend? You going on a cruise for free. For free.
They don't think like that. They want their friends to go out there to have fun with them.
They don't get, like, when you go on a cruise, unless you like a little kid, even a little kid, you having fun kid-wise. But if you a teenager and up on a cruise, I ain't gonna say
some don't really have them skills like that.
Yeah, but she like,
especially this generation, they be all weird little like that.
Yeah, to be on a cruise with a hoodie on.
Yeah,
stupid.
Be like, I don't want to go outside.
Yeah, it's a cruise, but that was stupid on her part. I wish they could have took me on the cruise. I would have went. I ain't need nobody extra, but that was just stupid. Like, you missed out on a cruise because your friend wanted to go, and guess what? I'm just gonna say it. That probably won't even be your friend about 5 years. You done missed out on your cruise because you want to hang out with whoever it was. That's just stupid. But that's all I got for You Won't Believe It. I got other stuff. I got to remember to start writing it down, because I be having some funny shit that happened to me and I be forgetting. I just be forgetting, but are we gonna go?
You want
whatever.
Okay, we're not gonna go with. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into
how
it.
she gonna treat me. Go ahead.
Cause he be slow acting sometimes, but it's okay. We get through it together, and I still stay on his toes, and we gonna move on. Okay, so we gonna get into the segment. So, segment of the day, the topic of the day, y'all, is gender roles. The people want to know about the roles. We want to know about the roles. Don't we want to know about the roles?
Yeah, I mean, we do. Because I think the times have changed. I think how people think, how they operate, how social media.
It's all fucked up.
Yeah, because social media ain't no advice. Like, I feel like you can get, because you can't say that because you go there for motivation and inspiration. You can get advice, but you gotta go.
That's the wrong type of inspiration and motivation.
You gotta fact check whoever you listening to about what you listening to, because you going to somebody, their relationship coach, they telling you about gender roles, but they ain't even in a relationship, ain't been in one in 10 years. But that's none of my business.
Yeah.
Are you gonna ask me?
We gonna get into it. Okay. So
right.
we gonna start off with: do you believe in the traditional gender roles? Like, do you believe in the traditional standard, which a lot of it stem from religion, right? But what's your take on gender roles? Do you feel like women should be the caretakers, the household, the cleaners, and
I feel like, to be honest, whatever fits your house works for you. That's how I really look at it. If you look at the overall, because everybody got some opinion. Like, say you could be in a relationship and you go to work and your husband will stay at home. Mm-hmm. That worked for y'all. That ain't none of my business.
Okay, so let's pause. Let's take a pause. Let's double back. Mm-hmm. Can you give me some examples of some gender roles for men? Like, what are some stereotypes for gender roles for men? And do you believe in them?
Stereotypes is, or
the roles, whichever you want to say.
I would say taking out the trash, doing the manly stuff, fixing stuff if you know how. If I don't know how to fix it, I'm going to pay somebody to fix it. When you think about it, you could say yard work, but not really. Maybe just cutting the grass. But if you got a nice yard, the wife might have her flowers and her stuff, so she might take care of that. So you might just take care of the yard. I feel like as a man, there's certain stuff you know to do. As in provide for your family, be the protector of your family, be the example to your children. But as in, she only got to wash the dishes. No, she might have had a 16-hour shift and came home and cooked. I only worked 8 hours and didn't have to cook. Let me wash the dishes. Or one of the kids gonna wash them. But or it could be she had a 16-hour shift and I know that, and I got off early. I'm gonna cook. So I don't think, in certain aspects, it really don't matter who does it. I think because it could be a lot of men could cook better than women. When you think of chefs, sometimes you see a lot of men as chefs. Mm-hmm. You don't see women, so it's like, do they not cook at home because they a man? Mm-hmm. But you go to work and you're a chef. Mm-hmm. So I think there's not really too many. It's not role. I don't really see roles in it. I see women as being the soft nurturer and a little more submissive, and the guy being a little more rah-rah. But other than that, I really don't
rah-rah?
See. Like,
what do you think a man should be in their role? Like,
if a man,
it's just so, like, in general, what do you feel like as a man? Mm-hmm. What should a man do? Let's go there. What should every man have to bring to the table? Period. No circumstantial stuff. What you feel like?
Stability, security, as in, actual security, like protection, or security, maybe financially security, somewhere where you making her feel secure that, okay, if I decide to be with you long term, I know you got me in this aspect.
Emotional.
Let's see. Being able to lead, but also understanding you need a partner to lead. Because sometimes you have men that, I'm the man of the house, and no, bro, everybody needs somebody to help them to get to where they need to. So not saying that
It
you
needs
gotta
to be
sit
like a
back,
mutual thing.
or you don't even tell the woman to sit back. You kind of y'all equal to a certain degree, I feel like. But as a man, you still got to be the leader, because as a man, when you come in, your attitude changes the house.
Yeah.
So I think just being a leader, bringing stability and protection to the household, and making sure that whatever your partner wants, you can provide for them. We could break it down to different things, but
Yeah, it'll all be different based on the person.
Yeah, because when I'm thinking about it, I really like, it's not too many roles. I've been a stay-at-home dad because I lost.
So do you think that in the now generation, a lot of men are exhibiting those characteristics that you mentioned, just those?
Some, because I know a lot of entrepreneurial women now, and the dude might be a 9-to-5 worker, and she out here getting it. He at home, he taking care of the kids, he making sure stuff straight. It might be that season of the wife to take off. It might be your season. You might already be straight, but she don't want to stay at home. Mm-hmm. She didn't have this idea that she want to do this, or her purpose. She's figured out her purpose. Now she like, oh, let me go out here in the world and live out my purpose. Are you supposed to be like, no, you gonna stay at home? No, you can't do that. That's God's decision. Mm-hmm. So if you was to like that and then your marriage fell, it might be because of you, because you didn't allow her to go and do what you would want to do. I feel like as a human being, you can't stop somebody from doing what they're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. No matter if it's your husband or your wife, like, let them go and do what they're supposed to do. You're supposed to be a helpmate.
So we take it out of relationships. So like, we put it in a work perspective. So if everybody, do you feel like men can? I mean, do you feel like women can do the same thing that men do to the same capacity, or do you feel like men, have those stereotypes of like, oh, men are stronger, women can't do it, like they can't do certain things like men, or they can't do them at all, like take it out the relationship?
Yeah, yes and no. A woman can be a leader, but I feel like it takes a certain kind of woman, because women are more on their feelings, men are more on the logic. So you could be in a leadership role and be on your feelings and make a bad decision. Mm-hmm. So it just depends. Or you allow.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
I don't. You asked me. You asked me though. You did. You asked me what I thought. You might not think it's true, but I think.
Because I think that's for both. I don't think it's fair to say that men never make a decision out of their feelings. Because I don't think that's fair to say.
Yeah, I wasn't finished.
Okay, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Where I was going.
Oh, okay.
But in that aspect, to what you're saying, there can be men as leaders that get on their feelings. As an example, and I'm going to what I know. Like my basketball team, they're kids, but you got little boys whining. You're supposed to be the leader. How you crying and whining? And not saying that a woman will whine and cry, but giving an example, like a man can be on his emotions, but I think women be more on their emotions. But we've seen women in every leadership role ever except for the president. So women obviously can do the things that men can do, but I think in certain aspects, certain roles, and certain scenarios, certain women can't be a leader because their emotions overpacked wasn't really going on.
And some men can't be leaders. Yeah. I don't think that has anything to do with gender. I think it's all personality traits. But so if that's the case, then why are there so many disadvantages for women? Like pay, for example.
Huh?
Why we got to get the bottom of the barrel of the coin? If we could do the same things that men do, but just because they're a man, they just automatically feel like they can get paid higher. If we doing the same thing.
So I take it back to how the world started. It was white men, white women, and then it was
But
niggas.
we talking about all this
No,
shit
listen, no. Think about how as black people, how long it took us to get to where we're at now, over 400 years. Mm-hmm. So not saying that women, I don't know, it ain't 400 years for women, but it took women years and years to be able to do certain stuff. So we're behind time. We're seeing now as men, if you really pay attention to what's going on, the most successful people have great women around them. Mm-hmm. So it's not to say that can't, y'all shouldn't get paid. That's just how society is. It's just like, sir, But it's like somebody with a disability. We get the bottom of the barrel when it comes to anything, and we might not even had a choice of how we are. It goes a certain community. If you say something about them, you get canceled. Other communities. So it's like everybody can say, oh, we getting this, we getting less and less. But I do think women get somewhat treated differently. Especially black women, they get treated totally differently, which I don't understand. Because being raised by a black woman, you understand what women can do in the aspect of just making it out. So I don't necessarily understand why, but I think it just goes back to history of how everything happened. Like,
yeah, I feel like a lot of stuff wouldn't have shook without females being able to push or you know, because that is, I feel like as a role for women, we're supposed to be the one that keeps going, the insight, you know, like we see big picture stuff. Men are very simple minded, so like women, that's what you take your little small plan and you're really elevating on a whole different level. So like for us to be like not paid equally is crazy. Like I don't care about no systematic stuff or whatever, because everybody can sit here and say stuff about this, about race, about sexuality, about gender, about this, about that, but we can't talk about pay. Like nah. The 400 years is up. Our time's up. Like
yeah, I get all that.
Let's wrap it up.
I mean, we could definitely go down a rabbit hole, but it's not gonna go there.
Yeah, we not. Yeah,
but because everything you just said, and you forgot a community, which I'm part of, but I don't look at myself part of, which I know those people that are part of that community, disability community, get treated worse than anybody. And it's like, they can't even control what goes on. So it kind of is a system. It is the way that the world is, if you look behind the scenes. But it's like, we can sit and bitch and complain about it, but we can do something about it, which I think the times that we're in, people are doing something about it. That's why the question of gender roles, because you see women out there, you might see a single mom. A single mom now might not have 3-4 jobs. She might have 3-4 businesses and doing her thing and still being a mom and juggling that. So if you can do that, then you could be in a leadership role in somebody's company, because if you can run a household, then you can run anything else, because your household is your first business. So a lot of women run households.
Is it like, for some men though?
Some men some men don't understand that though. If you really think about it. So we'll go back to the times of old where the man went to work, the woman took care of home. She taking care of home. Home ain't easy to take care of. You got to make sure you got this, and that. Then if you got kids, he got to go to practice. She got dance. She got this, and that. And dad's never around because he's always at work making money. So if the woman can run that household and is successful, and the man can come home and be like, ooh, shit, everything done, then a woman can go out and run a business. I think we don't look at it that way, because if you listen to a lot of they'll be like, oh, yeah, you're the CEO of your house. Well, the women been running houses forever.
Yeah.
Granny run her house, the other house, and the other house, and you telling me she can't go out here and run a business? And it's because maybe they don't have an education. And I think we got to stop looking at, if you ain't got an education, if you ain't got a degree, you can't be in a certain role. Because if you can get through certain stuff of your life, you could go and do something if somebody trained you on how to properly run or properly do something.
That's just a stigma and a cloud to blindside people to do what they need to do. Anything you need to do and you want to do, you can go do it. You don't have to go to school to do it. I went to school to do my stuff, but that's just, I needed a different environment. You feel me? But if it's not right for you, don't do it, because it is a lot. So
yeah,
just
I got
a
question for you. So how has gender roles evolved and impacted society?
How's it evolved and impacted society?
Yeah.
Okay, so evolve wise, they gonna hate me for this one. Evolve wise, I just feel like in a certain way, I kind of believe in traditional gender roles, right? Like, I believe that the woman, again, should take care of the household, the men should provide, protect, secure, all that type of things. But now in today's society, I'm not really feeling that. I'm feeling like a lot of men want women to take care of them. Like like in a different way. Like they want them to be the providers, or they want them to be the security. Like, because I feel like the man is supposed to be the leader. They're supposed to set the pace. We're supposed to follow the pace. If your pace is not working, not communicating, not holding stuff down, not protecting it, not, being somewhere I can actually, feel comfortable to like give you everything, then you're not a man to me. Like, you feel me? Like, you're not a man to me. And I feel like nowadays a lot of men are doing that. Like, they feel like they're the prize. Like, to me, the women is the prize. Like, and I'm not saying that the men aren't like a precious, but they're the leader. We're following them. You feel me? We're looking up to y'all. You feel me? And we're over here treading pace to elevate all of us. You know what your goals, and I'm here to elevate your goals. I'm here to help you pop your stuff, and you're supposed to reciprocate. And whatever we choose or desire to do in this household, or as a family, or as a relationship, or as whatever you want to say. You over here looking crazy. What you got to say?
Because you was on a good path, and then you took a left turn. Because you said a lot. So the reason why, well, okay, because you started off good, and then when you said, "Man, we ain't prizes."
No,
I'm not taking it, but I get what you're saying. But I feel like I look at it like, motherfucker, I am the prize. I am, because if you, to what you just said, if a woman chilling or helping me evolve, if I'm involved, say I'm just a motherfucker, I'm just busy, but I don't got no structure to my life, but I'm successful, and you come. You all right, you doing cool, and now I'm up here. You about to be up here just because I'm your man, and I'm going to do that. I'm the prize. You ain't you the prize to a certain degree. No, don't. I got more to what you said. That's what I'm saying with that. Like, you can't overlook, and not saying that I'm out here like a bad bitch.
Okay,
like,
let's start there then.
No, hold on.
Let's start there.
No, because I don't want to miss what I'm about to say. It's very important. So a lot of men, and I had to grow up and realize this, a lot of dudes are raised by a single mom. Mm-hmm. That has a lot to do with it. We're used to seeing a woman do a certain thing, and it doesn't register in our head how to be a man, because the men didn't show us how to be a man, or our dad wasn't there. Not saying those are reasons, but that's trauma that certain men don't realize that they have. They're like, oh, I was raised by a single woman. A woman supposed to do this. Or like you said, like, we living off women. All men, not all men, but a lot of men lived off women when you were younger. Then you had to realize, I need my own shit, because guess what? She'll kick your ass the fuck out soon as you say anything, soon as you do something wrong.
No, that's not how it started.
No. It's not, but y'all got the advantage to do that. So say I'm a dude, I'm out here, I'm in the street grinding, whatever, but I'm staying with the homies. Now I end up with Shorty. I'm at Shorty crib. We good. Something happened. Get out. Dang, bro done moved in with his girl now. Now you looking stupid because you ain't got nowhere to go, because you wanted to go and be with a woman. It's a lot to untie there. I'm telling you.
But like,
yeah.
Okay, so but where's that responsibility of like, you too busy trying to figure out how the relationship gonna work when you haven't figured out yourself. You still got things that you need to figure out. Like, you obviously didn't have your stuff together. You weren't ready for a relationship. You weren't ready to commit and give me what I needed and whatever. And maybe what her needed was on a different level, right? But also at the same time, that's not providing safety, security. That's not giving that. Like, to me, that's an excuse. Like, and I'm not saying that, because there's a lot of women who grow up that's not around their dad, and and that gives them viable reasons to not be going towards a man that's put together or not together.
Look, they didn't have a dad. They had a mom they was raised by. Mom had couple uncles.
That's not necessarily true.
No, not. It's not, but you can't overlook that happens.
That's the same situation. Just because dads ain't with it doesn't mean they don't have uncles and cousins, grandpas.
But it's trauma that you overlook.
So does a female have too.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody got trauma.
Female.
So is that going to be an excuse for why you can't do what you're supposed to do in the household?
Look, so I'm talking about my generation, my era. When I was in my 20s, dudes is getting up with a girl, now you live with her. A lot of people was doing that. So I look at it as being almost 40-year-old man. Like, man, there's a lot of red flags that the men didn't see and the women didn't see because of what they saw growing up. You are who you are. When you get a little older, you'll start realizing, damn, I act just like my motherfucking mama. How? I ain't lived at home in years because of what you saw as a kid. You become your parent. And so if you look, as a man, if you look at what a woman mama look like when she get older, that's what your wife gonna look like.
Okay, I don't agree with that either. But when do we take accountability? Like everybody, like I said, everybody goes through trauma. Everybody has a situation and stuff. Men and female. It's not just. It's not okay. Not just men, right? But at the end of the day, your actions are your actions. And if you can't sit there and understand that you need to learn yourself first, like regardless of any situation that you put in, at the end of the day, you live, you die, you move, you think with you. You don't think with nobody else, right? And I'm not saying that you don't pick up stuff because I know environmental things matter, like they matter, of course, and I'm not going to sit there saying they don't and downplay it. But also at the same time, you're as an adult, when you get to a certain age, maybe as a kid is different, right? We still childish, immature, whatever. But when you get to an adult, you can't sit here and say, oh my God, forever, I'm 50 years old and I'm sitting here blaming from my childhood trauma why I'm sitting here and why I can't keep my life together, why I can't keep a man, or why I don't have my shit together. Like that's not an excuse. That's an excuse. That's just giving lazy. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with a man being able to move in with a girl to elevate, but I just feel like you need to figure out yourself first because you want her to lead you. How you gonna lead and you not even where she at? You can't lead when she's not there.
So there's women out there that let dudes get in because they just want a dude with them. So
that's true
it's
too.
not necessarily always. So you missing it. I think it's because I'm not trying to say your age, but as you get older, you notice more of how somebody really is their parent, and you don't know it. So as a dude, just talk about me. I didn't become a man until I was 30. Like a real man, taking care of responsibilities, doing what the hell I'm supposed to, knowing, okay, life matters. I need to not just live for tomorrow. I need to think about the future. I need to get life insurance. I need to get this, get that. And it was like, oh, I'm starting to understand why this and that. If you look at people's family history, if everybody in their family single, it's gonna be one out of the younger ones like that be in a relationship. So you dating somebody and you go to their house and every time everybody got new people, it's like, something going on around here. Then y'all don't work out. Then you look at, dang, why did that relationship work out? It wasn't you. It was that person. It's people don't see how to break the cycle of trauma in relationships. It's always break the cycle of finances and that, but there's breaking a cycle of relationships.
Of course, because oftentimes you go and you look for people that you were traumatized by because that's what you're used to, because you're not used to different things. So you end up picking the same type of people that you're not supposed to be around, or it didn't work out later because of that. But also at the same time, that goes back to you need to deal with your shit. Like that deals with, you have to take accountability. Hey, I've experienced some fucked up shit and I need to learn how to separate that so I'm not bringing my baggage to everybody else that I encounter. Because if I'm doing that, then I'm only traumatizing everybody else and I'm never going to have a healthy relationship.
But who's to say when that person light bulb cut on?
I didn't say there's no time. I never said there was a time. But we can't use that as an excuse. I'm sorry. If a guy started talking to me and he's giving me this story and he gave me that excuse, I said, okay, you're just not ready for me right now.
He might not.
And that's just what it. And that's where you got to be self-aware of what you want and your boundaries.
Yeah.
And but
you're kind of you're going two different ways. I get what you're saying, but there's not a time limit on somebody because
I never said there was a time.
Yeah, but so you're 25. Four, about to be 25. I'm 38. I could have what you're talking about. It could be a woman that comes with some trauma, and I can see it. And it's like, I ain't gotta fuck with her, but it's people out there that have that trauma that they don't even realize. So we can't say like, dang, we just gotta find the one out of. We gotta find where's Waldo out of all these people. Because there's people that don't deal with these things. There's people that could listen to this podcast and totally disagree because they don't think like me or you, or have the perspective of, let me get my shit together so I don't be like this person. Because a lot of dudes aren't taught, don't go live with a woman. Me, all my young bros, all my young niggas, hey, son, everybody, nope, you not living with none, nope, you going and you doing your own thing because I've seen myself being there, my bros being there. So at some, you can say all you want. What you're saying is totally right, but you're gonna have to find somebody that doesn't have to deal with that. So that's where you have to have boundaries.
Yeah, because I'm definitely not saying there's a timeline, because I'm not saying that things don't have to put and work in for it to have an outcome. Of course there needs to be work in. Of course you're gonna have to, again, compromise, go somewhere. But also at the same time, like at the beginning, you got to be on the same page, and you got to be working each other so that y'all elevate together. But if you guys are not really elevating and you leeching, then you leeching and you need to get your shit together. But for me, my man need to have their place. They need to have everything that I have and more. That's just me though. That's where I've been from my experiences, because I've been with men that been bummy and I've been sitting here taking care of them and handling it down. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah, because I would never teach my daughter or any young girl that I mentored or was in their life to be on that. So,
but they be niggas out there doing it. Yeah.
So I think, again, this almost proved my point. Your feelings got involved when you were talking about it, because what you're saying not wrong, but you were saying it as what you won't take. We know what you won't take, because I'm a big bro and I wouldn't let you be on no, oh yeah, let this nigga come. What you doing? No, we not doing that. So I think, and it wasn't where you got on your feelings to a certain degree, but you got on it to where you kind of went towards yourself. So in a certain
to give an example,
but it almost felt like like you was attacking.
No.
That's how it felt.
But I'm giving you the point of view, because at the end of the day, like, because you were making it seem like I was putting a timeline. There was no timeline. I never said that right now for everybody that it needs to work. But also at the same time, y'all have to be on the same page for elevation, right? Like, if you know this is not where y'all want to be right now because you're not here right now, we need to help each other get to that next level, whatever that is that you want it to be. You feel me? If you cool right then and y'all cool, whatever y'all got, then y'all cool. Shout out to y'all. But everything, I feel like every relationship should be a starting of a building block. Where you start is not where you should finish. You should always be progressing, and doing things to better yourself. But that's me. So not everybody's for me.
So boom, you got your shit together. He got his shit together, right? Mm-hmm. Your business booming a little bit more. Mm-hmm. You get pregnant. Mm-hmm. He like, well, babe, your business doing a little bit more. Your business could hold us down. I'll stay at home. You rocking with that? I'll stay at home for the first year because we don't want to send the baby to a babysitter. So, and I don't feel like dealing with your family. You don't feel like dealing with your family because they a little shaky. So I'll stay at home because your business is booming and I'll let you go.
Would I do it?
Yeah. And the guy like, hey, I'll stay at home and take care of the baby.
I feel like it would be very, very circumstantial, but most likely no. Because for me, like when I'm pregnant, like I'm when I tell you cater to like a mug, like I'm trying to be catered to like a mug.
You had the baby. He did everything during the pregnancy. The baby here.
Oh yeah. Honestly, like if first of all, the timeline would have to be correct. Like I feel like a year, cool. 2, probably not. But like 1 year be cool. You feel me? Because it will help me like, postpartum, like get my mental back right. Like, but honestly, I feel like I'm going to be attached. So like, I feel like if I'm owning my own business, then I'll also be able to make my own schedule. So it would be able to do what it do. You feel me? But I think I would be able to do that. But like if I come home, right? If the house is all dirty and the kids ain't took a shower in days and they haven't been fed, then that's a problem. But if I come home and we'd agreed that this is the best for the families for us to take the next elevation step, and he understand that I'm not about to take care of the household the rest of the time forever, that would be cool. As long as he understand that, because I'm not doing that. So I'm not doing that.
You said a year, cool, right? So say that year happened. Your business get the taking off.
He better learn where to pop in.
Your business taking off. You got your team. You got everything running. He is taking care of everything. He didn't find him a little side hustle to make sure he ain't whatever. And now you got to go travel. You got to go travel across the country where you taking the baby with you. Or you letting him still do what he doing because because it's been working for y'all for a year.
If the family, I guess it just depends on their age, right? But if the family,
no, this isn't. You got a
the year after, so they're only
after.
a year.
They're only
okay,
a year
or two. Okay, so yeah, we'll take the family. The family come in. The family come in.
So you gonna tell? So you, but your traveling schedule. You in this city. 2 days. You got to go to this city. You got to go travel from city to city. It ain't where you travel.
I don't see myself doing that.
That's the scenario. That's the scenario I'm giving, though. With the gender roles. That's the scenario I'm giving with these gender roles.
I don't know. I don't want to do that. So I don't know how to answer that question. But if that was a situation,
no,
the family's coming with me.
No. So look,
the family's coming with me.
I said that to say because I wouldn't be. If that was my scenario, I'd be like, okay. If that's the betterment for the family, I'm just as a guy though. I'm figuring out. Okay, I got the baby. We don't even got no other kids. I just got the baby. I'm taking the baby everywhere with me to figure out how to build my stuff up. So I'm not just sitting there like, oh, I'm just a stay-at-home dad. I ain't really doing nothing. But if it's for the betterment and I'm making sure the household is taken care of, yeah, I would do that. And it's like, oh, okay, you traveling. I don't think little baby should be traveling from city to city. Okay, now when you somewhere and you there for a week, we'll come. Or whatever the case. And I would be cool with that. So what I'm saying is everybody's situation matches for their situation. So we can't, I hate when people go on social media and make a post and be like, and then people start talking about it. That works for them. That don't work for you. That's fine that what don't work for you. Like we got to stop saying what roles are and it's whatever role in your household is whatever works for you is that matters because it's just like when you have when you're in a relationship, right? Say your homies might clown you, your girl might clown you. Dang, he ugly. What you doing with him? He the perfect gentleman. He make you just butterflies, all that. That ain't got nothing to do with your friends. But the society we live in, we like, well, yeah, he is kind of ugly. But then you like, dang, you about to mess up because what your friends saying, but they the one single. We got to stop letting people tell us what works for us in our household. Because I want people, there was improv. There was me just coming up with that and asking that. And you see two different answers. I was cool as the guy to be, hey, yeah, I could do that for a little minute. She was like, I ain't having it. So it's like, whatever works for you and your household, let it rock. Fuck what everybody else got to say. Because it's not going to work for them. I've been married. We've let what other people say affect the relationship. Not necessarily gender role. It's been times where I come home and I cook. I didn't been there with the kids. She might have to go travel for work. I got to, now
you got to pick up the other people's slack.
Now doing hair, I ain't doing hair. I'm paying somebody. I ain't know nothing about that. I wanted to.
As a partner, whatever I lack, you supposed to have. And period. And sometimes it may change throughout the relationship. Like sometimes I, might be the cooker, but one day I just don't want to do it. And then sometimes you just know that you're gonna pick it up. Like, you feel me? It's all about mutual effort. Put the work in for sure. Okay. You want me on my next question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So do you believe women should focus more on their career? Or I guess you kind of just answered that, so never mind, I won't go into there. Okay, so what do you feel like the purpose of a man in a relationship is? And let's go to marriage, because you were married. And do you feel like the purpose of a man in a relationship is different than the purpose of a man in marriage? And how?
My bad. Ask me that question again. My apologies.
Do you feel like the purpose of a man is different in a relationship, in just a relationship, than it is in a marriage? And how? Or do you think it should look the same? Do you feel like how men move in the beginning of your relationship should translate how they should treat you in the marriage?
I feel like in a relationship, you still kind of got that. I can be single. If this end, I got something. In a marriage, most marriages, it's death do us part, and it's like you stay no matter what's going on or anything of that sort. So So I think in a relationship, I haven't done a relationship since I've been married, so I don't know how. I know how it would operate now. It's like you're building for you're in the off season building for a championship. So when you're in a relationship, you're building to be married, to do the things of marriage. But when you say I do, things do change. Mm-hmm. Nah, nigga, you can't go outside and hang out with your friends. No, you can't. It ain't just we just doing it or I'm operating like this. It's like when you live with somebody and you you might not live together before you got married. Now you live together. Oh, dang, she keep leaving this like that. Why you keep leaving this drawer? You can't just be like, oh, I'm about to go home. No, we lay in the bed together or just go to the other room on the couch. It's like it's certain ways you gotta operate. You gotta be able to tell your homies no.
Yeah.
So I think as you're in, and I don't say
less on the fly shit.
Yeah, it's like as a man, as you become a leader. Like as soon as you say I do, it's like you lead. It's kids, it's women, it's family members that now depend on you. Mm-hmm. Not just your household. You become a part of somebody else's family, and depending on how you are as a man, you might gotta help take care of my dukes. You might gotta little niece might gotta come move in with you. Mm-hmm. So you become a leader and take over. More lives depend on you when you say I do and become a part of a family. So you got to think of those things. That you just can't operate how you operated when you single, and you got to learn. You got to, as a man, you got to be able to learn your woman. So start doing that from the relationship. If that's the woman you think is gonna be the learner, so you ain't got to worry about. Well, babe, I'm going to Chipotle. I already know what to get you. Mm-hmm. I ain't got to ask you. I ain't got to call you. I ain't got to do none of that. So I think the relationship is the off season. The marriage is the championship season where you got to go out there. Because as soon as you get married, shit happens. Mm-hmm. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Mm-hmm. And it's like, as the man, you can't cry and go in the corner. You got to
tighten up.
Shit, okay. How we going to get there? Okay, we short on the bills. She ain't got it. What can I do? Well, how can I get this? And so it's very important to understand that when you're in that relationship, if you see long term with that woman, start working on, go ask some married men some questions. Because you don't want to get in a marriage and feel like you don't know what the fuck is going on at all. Because it'll be called short. Trust me, I know. Sorry.
If you ever get married again, do you go by a 50-50 code? Or how do you like the bills to be handled? Like, do you feel like things should be split 50-50? Or what's T?
If I'm financially set, so this is where I've been I don't want to get in a relationship where I ain't got it.
Yeah.
Just because the man in me wants to be able to I got it. Wherever we go, if I fuck with a chick, like if I fuck with you, you ain't never really. I might not have $1 afterwards. You would never know it, but I ain't never gonna make you pay for nothing in the aspect of we going out. So if I'm with you, I want to take care of the main bills. It might be you just handle the little small bills. Mm-hmm. I got the mortgage, this and that, and because ideally, I got a couple businesses. She got a couple businesses. We ain't really worried about who bills. Some money coming out of front somebody account to pay these bills. Like, were we even worried? I don't even want to be worried about it. It's like, okay, the bill money in this certain account, we know it get paid. It come from a little investment we made a couple years. Where you ain't got to worry about it. So I don't want. I would suggest that to be financially straight, so you don't have to worry about. Oh well, I got laid off today, and because I seen where a dude who got married, he lost his job. She divorced him in 30 days. Damn. That dude has part, So I feel like, but
that's not funny, but it's funny.
It's funny, but it ain't. Yeah, but if we're in a situation where we on the come up and we meet, shit, maybe we got to do 50-50, or hey, I'll take the heavy bills and whatever you got, or it could be because a lot of people don't realize a lot of successful people. Mm-hmm. Wife, because women are more structured. They coming out of college, they got the job. We don't be on that.
On our
Took
P.
care of dudes or held it down for them, and then they got up. Now they ain't got to do nothing. Denzel Washington, Eric Thomas, they wives was holding them down at the beginning of their stardom. Now they boom, they ain't got to do nothing. It depends on your situation. That's what I'm gonna say. But for me, I want to take care of everything. I don't really want my woman because.
Period. Yeah. I want to be taken care of too. I don't.
I got that from Country Wayne. I would even take. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'll make sure my BM or my ex-wife. I ain't gonna call her BM, but my ex-wife was straight. So you don't got no stress.
Yeah.
Because if you make sure the people that.
See, I wish more men would be acting like that. More men don't be acting like that. They be acting like everybody want to steal they imaginary money and stuff. It just be.
Listen, you ain't got kids and you ain't in that.
It'd be annoying.
Listen.
It be people who don't have kids.
It's just if you ain't got kids and you don't get that dynamic.
I agree with what you. No, I agree with what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing that you definitely gotta. If I don't got it, I should be able. If he don't got it, I should be able to step up. It's not like that. That's not what I'm agreeing with. But I'm just saying I wish more men would want to sit there and provide and hold it down. There's a lot of men that just don't want to do it. They just don't want to do it. Some men really out there lazy. I'm not saying you. And I'm not saying your friends or who you be around. I'm just saying they be out there. They be real life out there. I'm glad that you don't experience that though.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, you could have probably asked me these questions 5 years ago, and my answer would have been different.
Yeah.
I think as a man, you gotta want to be a better man. So a lot of men look at a lot of males. Mm-hmm. And think that's how you supposed to be, but they don't look at a lot of men to see how a man's supposed to really be. Like, because you don't get examples a lot sometimes, or you miss your example because you like, well, you ain't my dad. I ain't got to be your dad. I'm just trying to help you out. It's like kids at school. You think I care? I don't care if you don't like me, if you don't listen to me. That's you. I'm trying to help you to better your life. So if you don't listen, that's your fault. But as a man growing up, I'm starting to listen and pay attention to men, or watch certain shows or podcasts, or look up certain men and see how they operate. Like, I didn't know what core values and principles were. Mm-hmm. Like, what is that? What are you talking about? That's how you should. Oh, okay, I get it. So once you start learning, you start looking at life a little different, and you operate different. Like, I still got the juice. I still be a player if I need to, but it's like, and I think every dude should have some type of juice or player in them, just so they don't get played. Because y'all women to play the hell out of a dude.
Nah.
So I don't even want to say that because that might get us canceled. Ooh, the question I was about to ask.
Go ahead, ask it.
So
da, 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 da.
in a lesbian relationship, are there gender roles?
I feel like there are sometimes.
How can there be gender roles when they're the same gender?
Nowadays, people can identify as whatever they please.
Yeah, you're right.
So if in their head they feel like they're one identity instead of another, they gonna switch it on up and they gonna put on their little and put that shit on.
Yeah. So, to another question, because I could go on and on. Yeah. But so say you got a girl that's a town boy, grew up with her dad.
Here we go.
She got, she been around dad, so she see.
So we talking about feminine and masculinity. Yeah. Okay. So here we go.
Yeah. So, and she kind of got manly. Oh no. I'm gonna switch it. Okay. So
don't give me a scenario.
Women. I have a question.
Yeah, I don't want a scenario. The scenarios are not realistic for me.
They are.
Not for me.
Yeah, you're 25. You'll understand later.
Go ahead.
Anyways. I'm independent. I'm so independent. I don't need a man. Where does a gender role go in there? If you don't need a man, then you should be able to do everything, right?
That's because.
Right? Because
y'all don't want to be the man. Like, okay, don't take yourself out the situation because I know you because you talk about me, but you put yourself in the shoes too. Okay. Take yourself out.
Take it out.
Men don't like. There's oftentimes a lot of men don't want to wear the boots. So women have to provide, and I'm not saying so there are some women that they're traumatized, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe they didn't have that male figure in their life. Maybe they didn't really know about loving themselves or self-care or like, you know, really loving themselves or having dealing with their insecurities or whatever, right? There could be a whole list of different scenarios of why they feel the way they feel. Mm-hmm. But sometimes men they just want to be taken care of nowadays. And sometimes women are not going to sit there and put up with the bullshit that they going to do because they have other things to do. Sometimes men will really come in and knock your shine, knock your blessings, and literally leech. Like, I don't understand how you don't understand that real life men be out here lazy and not wanting to do stuff. So for me, until somebody show me and prove to me that they can hold it down and take care of me and that I can literally give my security, because at the end of the day, in a relationship, the man is supposed to lead. At the end of the day, the man is supposed to give that security, that protection. How can I feel secure? How can I feel protected if you can't hold shit down? And then you talking to me, and then you want me to submit to you, and then you want me to do what you say, and then you want to be a yes sir. Like, no, like,
you know how you can fix
absolutely
that?
Not.
You know how you can fix that?
How?
Not give up the draws.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to women.
Yeah, I know. I'm not talking about me either.
Yeah, like that's, and not saying that that's all men want, but if you give up the draws and then
you give all these expectations later.
Yeah, and say y'all feeling each other, because I didn't been in situations. I'm glad. Luckily, I ain't hit them, because I feel like they would have been on some love and thin line between love and hate.
All right.
But like, so say you start talking to somebody, you feeling them, and sometimes people be like, "Oh my God, you're just this everything." It's like, hold on, you ain't seen me have a bad day yet. Yeah. You ain't seen me upset. You ain't hurt me. Yeah, none of that. But you seen the good stuff. Then sex happened. Now you're like, oh my God, I got this wonderful man. He gonna do da. And then he like, oh, okay. Then the player come in. Oh, okay, boom. Because you didn't gave up the draws 2 weeks in. You didn't gave up the draws immediately. Stop giving up the draws. Stop giving girlfriend roles, and you ain't seen if he even capable of being a leader. Mm-hmm. You got expectations on a pawn, and he not a king, but you ain't got to see what he can do. He might have, I bring you this. Ladies, listen, I'm gonna give you some tips, especially if you just broke up with somebody. If you just broke up with somebody and a new dude come, you telling them everything. Stop telling them everything. Yeah. And I'm really giving y'all real game right here. Stop telling dudes everything. Because, listen, if you listen, you know how to get the draws. I know how to get the draws immediately.
They taking notes.
I know how to get the draws immediately because you done told me. Mm-hmm. You done told me, I like when that turn me on. Oh, it do? Mm-hmm. Okay, I ain't going to bring it out right away, but I'm going to bring it out. Then you like, do. Now I got the draws. I didn't got the fun part.
Also with that, also again, knowing your boundaries. Mm-hmm. Like knowing that, like I agree that when like some people put time limits of like before they have sex, or like if they want, again, I understand the whole abstinence and all that shit. Like, because sometimes literally they will do whatever or say whatever to get what they want at the situation, instead of actually seeing what the person is capable of or what the person's actually bringing to the table. Like, and then that's where people go wrong, and then they get upset and they're on their feelings because they didn't sit there and they didn't play their part. You got to play the game. Like, at the end of the day, you got to play the game, or the game gonna play you. Like, so
play you.
That's really just that on that. But it's hard though, because sometimes people have true intentions, and that's where the conversation, like maturing, like there has to be a certain age. When we get to a certain age, a certain point, we got to have mature conversations so that people's feelings aren't really just getting played with, like, and looking crazy. You feel me? But like, that's why you have to have that communication. You have to have that line, because that's where stuff can get messy real quick, because my intentions could have been true, but now, like, you know, shit, I'm horny too. Like, shit, I'm ready to, you know. But also, you know, sometimes you gotta be patient. Hey, you know, sometimes you gotta like hold it down.
Don't let your horniness make you make some dumbass decisions.
Yeah.
Because you could be horny and fuck the wrong person.
Don't let your body speak for your mind.
You could get an itch and scratch that you can't get away. You could get a baby. You could be in a situation where you was horny and she's still messing with her baby daddy, and he done came over and you in there getting skins, and your life then got took over some coochie. Or vice versa with a woman. Stop letting your horniness. Men, go get your lotion, whatever you gotta do. Too, yeah. Women, get your rolls, whatever the little new
get the rolls.
The new equipment that y'all got out there, because y'all got all the equipment. Get one of them. Like, don't let your horniness, especially dudes, especially young dudes. A lot of dudes die over some pussy. Like, don't die over some coochie, bro. Like, it's not that deep. Like, there's more fish in the sea, instead of shorty that live in the projects and all her brothers live there. Bro, you're not getting no. You
just want a little swim.
Yeah, you're not getting none. You tell her to come over your crib. But yeah, don't. If you feel it, if you feel the red flags and y'all ain't in a relationship and you just want something, don't do it.
Yeah.
There's something that ain't gonna be right. Cause
you gonna feel some type of way later. Yeah. Like you gonna feel some type of way later.
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't think I ever said this to too many people. I definitely ain't said it on the air, but I knew that when I was married and I cheated and I went the first time, it was all red flags. The movie I was watching, stomach bubbling, everything. When I got done, I was sitting there like, damn.
I fucked up.
Yeah.
That wasn't it.
It wasn't. I ain't gonna hold you. It was like, oh, what did I just do? Life about to change now. And it did.
And it did.
Yeah.
Got your ass tore up.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. Last question.
Yeah, you do the last question.
I don't got one. You got it.
To be honest, I don't think we need a question. I feel like we went over everything with the gender roles. Some people ain't gonna like what I said. Some people ain't gonna like what you said. But guess what? I got a little ashy heel y'all can kiss if y'all don't. So I don't really care.
And a fatty behind me.
What I got from this is grow up, dudes. I'm still growing up.
Take care of shit.
Y'all
Take care
gotta
of your
grow
business.
up too and stop making dumb decisions. Stop thinking because he cute, he gonna be Prince Charming. It might be the ugly nigga that get you together. And whatever works for you works for you. Like stop getting on social media ain't gonna get you nowhere. Cause guess what? If social media is shut down, a lot of y'all wouldn't know what to do with a relationship, with a this and that, and this and that. I think it would help me because I would get off there, but some people wouldn't know what to do. They wouldn't know where to get their advice. Guess what? It's this thing called the Bible. Open it up. Stop scrolling.
Amen.
Yep. What was the transition?
It'll lead the way.
Yeah. What is it so I can know?
Well, we get into our last segment.
Yeah, I know. Let's get
into it.
Oh,
let's get into
it. All right, you didn't like that? Okay.
Yeah, ruined it already.
All right.
It's crazy how this motherfucker got always something to say.
Dang,
just kidding. That's not what the crazy is. But it is crazy how. It's crazy. Tell us how it's crazy. What's crazy?
It's crazy how the world has been shaken up in women's basketball. I think we've had racism. We've had sexism. We got dudes speaking on a sport that they ain't even really watched. They ain't even into like that. So shout out to Caitlin Clark for being a hooper. Nothing else. She a hooper.
Shout out to Fever, man. Shout
out to the women that hoop. Because I love women's basketball. I've been watching since the Houston Comets, Cheryl Swoops, Cynthia Cooper. I've been watching since the get-go. So I watch it all. I watch any kind of basketball. But I just feel like it's too much involved. Ooh, she got pushed. It's a fucking physical sport. She pushed people too. It's just the camera got on her because she the little golden child.
The highlight.
She done got, oh, Caitlin, let's follow her everywhere. Oh my God, they breathed on her. They touched her. It's basketball. They show clips where
So you saying they ain't coming on her a little hard?
No, she's a rookie. If you play any sport and you a freshman,
you don't feel like people intimidated by her?
No. No, motherfuckers is coming at your head. It's just like, I don't know. Did you hoop?
No, I did when I was little, kid.
When you come to the park and you heard little man coming to the park and he been busting niggas. Oh yeah, I've been waiting. Yeah, okay, he here today. I'm on his head. I'm shutting him down.
I feel you. It's a game.
It's a game. It's just the cameras and the media taking. Oh my God, she pushed her. That wasn't the best. Shut up.
I think the problem is that they weren't calling no fouls. They were trying to be all funny with the plays and stuff. I think that's really what the issue was for the people. It wasn't really necessarily that she was getting pushed. Yeah. Maybe some people was trying to gas it, but I think a lot of it was like there was no calls on the play. Like, that she just got.
But it's
circumstantial stuff, right? But also at the same time, like, you can't be sitting here throwing me across my flow and you ain't calling no foul. That's crazy. That's crazy.
2 years ago, nobody was watching WNBA.
Okay, but shout out to WNBA. No shade with it. They popping their shit off.
Like I said, I've been watching them. I done went to games. Shout out to the Fever that be here in Indianapolis, but it's a sport. It's competitive. Stop being soft. Yeah. Like Angel Reese is. I feel like they're gonna turn it into evil and bad because she just got ejected from a game, and I guarantee if Caitlin Clark said something the same, she just said something and then waved her hand to the ref, it wouldn't be that way. So I feel like the media is making it a black and white thing when it comes to basketball.
I don't feel like they.
Well, I would say more white women are in the WNBA than more white dudes are in the NBA, but I feel like basketball is a black person sport. Don't shoot me, whatever. I just do. We're better at it than any other race. But I feel like in the WNBA, there's more. It's equal. It's not like, oh, it's a bunch of black girls, and then it's kind of so it's.
I don't think they're gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if they made it a little competition thing between them, but like I don't see why they would do that now.
In college.
Yeah,
they like,
but hey, let them battle, let them pop their shit off.
Yeah,
man, shout out to the WNBA,
all I know is
man.
the Ace gonna win again. Shout out to Asia Wilson. She's sexy. She tall though, but you know, I just wanted to shout them out because they be hooping. They are definitely making their stamp. Yeah,
they definitely popping their stuff off, and they doing big things for the girls. Shout out to the girls, man, because we out here, you know, they be sleeping on us. Yeah, they real life sleep. But
yeah, no, for real. Like, shout out to women's sports in general, all over the world. Any sport, like I love watching women's sport. Not looking at women, but actually seeing them compete. Because if you play basketball against women, you know you're getting your ass whooped. Yeah. They fouling hard, they pushing, they pulling, they scratching, they doing all that. So shout out to women because I used to hoop against some girls.
Shout out to the girls, man.
And they used to jack us up. But yeah, I just feel like, man, just let them hoop. Like the media has got too involved, and then it's people in the media like, bro, you ain't never played a competitive nothing, and you talking on somebody else. I think that's why God never put me in the media. I always wanted to be ESPN analyst, like, and I couldn't do it because it's like, dang, you gonna.
They probably don't want your truth.
Nah, because I ain't gonna talk about nobody.
You always got something to say, like, and you just wouldn't probably know when to stop. So I think you would just do too much. So that's probably best.
Damn. I thought
you do have good insights. I ain't gonna dish you on that, but you do got
okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, and just like that.
Just like that. Can you tell people how to get to your little raggedy Instagram?
Man, just like that. It's a wrap with your girl. You can always follow your girl at Hannah Pence _ on Instagram. And then a new page coming soon for our segue. So we gotta figure out what we'll name. If y'all like watch it and like tell us something like that we could do. Yeah, if you got topics, questions, any concerns, anything that you want me to like pop my shit off for Lil E, I could always do that.
Wow.
I could always do his little one too. So just let me know. Just comment below.
Lil E, we're
back to that.
Yeah, we're it's the big E. Like not going. Yeah, we're going to just leave it there because I go somewhere else. You can follow Underdog Talk. Just put an Underdog Talk on whatever. Like, just go to Google and put in
Underdog.
Yeah, you got to spell it DAWG, not DOG. And, I mean, you're going to find me. Yeah. Oh, and follow our basketball page, Youth Cheat Code. Our highlights on there. The boys been hooping lately. We going to wrap up the summer in the national championship tournament next month. So, and, hey, before I forget, because this episode going to go out, hold it down. City Coats, I think it's 10U, going to San Diego to play 5-on-5 flag for a national championship. Shout out to Jalen Smith. I think he from Fort Wayne. Don't know. I think he play on the Cowboys, but shout out to him. He sponsored their jerseys so they could go. And if we win, big things is coming. So shout out to the kids.
Big things.
That's how you can follow me on the social media. I was gonna say on the internet. I sound a little old, but whatever. You got any like? Before we do the little last wrap up, you got anything to tell them before we get out of here? I like to give them something positive or something. Oh wait, before. Shout out to Vernon T. Bateman. This is one of his books. He was on the show. He was one of the guys that got arrested and for 20 some odd years and didn't do it and got out. But there's still rules and regulations that he can't do. Go to IndieLiberation.com and sign a petition so he can get off because he didn't do it. And even the woman said he didn't do it, but there's rules and regulations that he still can't do shit. And that's just stupid to me. So shout out to him for the book. And say something before you wrap it up, and then I think I got the little. I need that paper. I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Yeah. Oh wow.
You got. Can I see? Thanks.
Well, I just want to say, you know, before you want to consider going into a relationship, you feel me? Just think about, sit down, jot down, and summarize what do you want to do? What role do you want to play in your relationship, in your family, or whatever you want out of life? You got to sit down and plan out what you want first. And then don't let nobody try to sway you, you know, and otherwise. You know, if you want what you want, some roles are just stamped and some can be changed. And that's just that on that. So we're going to close this out right. So
just like that, it is a wrap.
Stay tuned. Another episode coming soon.